Toastmasters International has helped millions build confidence with public speaking. Our Learn by Doing program will give you improved communication and leadership skills, all while building confidence for your next big presentation, whether it's in person or online. Lose the fear and let us help you meet your goals. Build confidence in you. Visit Toastmasters.org to learn more.
I'm Aletta Rochard, International President. I'm here at the 2025 International Convention, and I'm going to be asking members why they are renewing their membership.
I renew because every year there's a new challenge. There's something for me to learn. There's somewhere for me to grow.
Every time I attend a meeting, I always learn something more, and I can't quit that. The community, the people, the opportunity to meet folks from around the world is second to none.
There is no place like Toastmasters where you can meet an international audience, and all of them are here to support you in your journey of growth.
And the inspiration that you get out of it, and the stories that you hear, and then occasionally the inspiration you can provide. Because when you do a speech and someone comes up to you and says, that really was impactful, people then tell me the same thing that I'm telling them. And it's just infectious.
And I realized there was one thing that I never had, evaluations. And because of the evaluation process of people keep telling me, oh, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best. And I got my first evaluation and I did not get it marked in my book that I reached the objective. it hit me. I can do better. I'm in the right place.
And I'm so excited about the new Pathways updates with the new paths. So I'm definitely going to renew all of my club memberships.
I renew my membership every single year for my community. Toastmasters changes lives. It helps young people learn to interview. I want to make sure that people in my community are able to get jobs.
I renew my membership because of the value. Toastmasters has been around for 101 years. My mother has been a member for 51 of those years. And it's very important to me that an organization that has been around that long, that has been able to help people get outside of their shells to become better speakers, that's value, and that's something that's very important to me, and that's why I look forward to renewing my membership every year.
District 71 bus tour. I would first of all like to point out that the exits are you follow the green sign, and the toilets are up the stairs and to the right. I would like to especially welcome past International President Ted Corcoran, past District Director Brenda Lannon, and immediate past District Director Danny Banks. We have a very full agenda here today, so I'm not going to delay much longer. But I would like to hand over now to our current District Director, Mairead Dillon, to welcome you all.
So hello everyone, and very, very warm welcome to you all on the first day of our fantastic bus tour. So for visitors here today, a lot of you may say, what is Toastmasters? Well, Toastmasters is an international communication and leadership organisation. And what do? We teach people how to deliver speeches, how to speak off the cuff, and also how to deliver evaluations in a kind and very analytical way as well to other people. We have a fantastic education program as well. It's purely self-paced actually, so it means that you can fly through the education program if you wish, or else you can take time and savour it as you go. So what is the purpose of this tour? As we know, Toastmasters is a very well-kept secret, and I promised when I came on this year as the District Director, we'd be very visible to the public and to our fellow Toastmasters. So here we are, we're out on a bus, we're going all around Ireland, and we're going to have such a wonderful time. But the main thing is that we want to make awareness out there in the community of what Toastmasters is, what we do, and the transformation that it can make in anybody's life. So I'd like now to hand over to our wonderful Toastmaster, Peter Kiernan.
Thank you very much, Madam District Director. We just have some words of welcome from our current World International President and our past International President. So can I call upon Brian Green now just to show the short videos? Thank you.
Hello, District 71. My name is your International President. Rumor has it that there's a very special bus filled with Toastmasters doing a tour of Ireland. I have to admit that when I saw the post on Facebook, I really wished I could be on that bus as well. I wish you every success in this journey. May it not only bring you new members and new clubs, but may it also renew and inspire you to be a contribution to your club and to your district. I can only imagine how much fun you're going to have. I wish you every success.
one of you for taking part in this groundbreaking initiative, and I look forward to hearing all of your successes.
I've just been reminded to ask you, if you can, please, to put your mobile phones on mute. Thank you. I have it written. I have it written. Well reminded, I would just like to call upon now our timer for today, Yashu Datrika, to introduce her role. Yashu.
Hello everyone, I'm Yashu, and I hope everybody had soaked a bit of sunlight before coming here. I felt good because after so much of windy and stormy weather last couple of days. So my role here will be just so that we are mindful about our speaking time, and so that everybody gets their own fair share of stage time. So I'm sorry I missed this one, but I thought to introduce some Gaelic phrase. So today, as I said, I'll be timekeeper, and as you say in Irish, as Gunyali Ama. Hopefully I pronounce it correct. So as Toastmaster explained, that we have two segments. The first segment is about prepared speeches, and the second is table topic. So for the prepared speeches, there are time limits. So usually it ranges from 5 to 7 minutes. So I'll be using the traffic light system. So when you see the green, it means it's going to be it's a minimum time for them. And the amber or yellow is it's time to wrap it up. The green and the red means it's end to time, end to your speaking time. And also there will be evaluation for each speaker. So their time ranges from 2 to 3 minutes. Again, we're going to use the same traffic signal there, traffic system. And again, we're using this so that we are the whole meeting runs smoothly. And then for the second segment, we're going to use again, we have members and we have the guests. And as you know that we are doing all this for guests, so we have 2 minutes, and I'll be using the red. So when the 2 minutes is completed, I'll be turning on the red signal. And for the guest, I would encourage you to come up and talk about it if any topic excites you. Again, don't be shy. You can just say even one single word as well, so that's completely fine. And yeah, thank you so much, and over to you, Ms.
Yeah, can we turn it off, or
we want to use the projection? Yeah.
Do we want to? Do we want this?
Keep the projection off.
Thank you, Brian. The next segment we have is a bit of poetry recital, and our poet master today is Anya O'Neill. Anya, for people who are not familiar with Anya, Anya was the very first poet in residence for District 71, and that was in 2021. The title of Anya's poem is Turn the Key. So with the poem Turn the Key, Anya O'Neill.
Feeling shy and nervous, I set out on a trip. The door shut tight behind me. I felt the fear take its grip. Just how would I manage? What was in store? Would people like me? All those that had gone before. When I arrived at the hall, I timidly took my seat. But I was greeted with a smile, even handed a feedback sheet. As the meeting flowed on, I barely noticed the time. The room was full of laughter, people speaking in their prime. And so it began, this journey of great heart, this epic encounter of all who take their part, where effort and wisdom combine and come together, where people shine and catch their dreams and change their lives forever. So turn the key and open the door. Take hold of the ropes, sail your ship from the shore. The bus tour is here, let your courage mount. Set forth on your path, make every step count.
Thank you very much, Anya, for that wonderful poem. Now to our first speaker. Our first speaker is Marion Brennan. Marion is president, let's get this right, of Phoenix Tara and also Molly Malone Toastmasters. And the title of Marion's speech is Thank You for Changing My Life. With a speech entitled Thank You for Changing My Life, please give a warm welcome to Marion Brennan.
I have spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly because you tread on my dreams. William Butler Yeats. Distinguished guests, fellow Toastmasters, Mr. Toastmaster, and friends. I'm delighted to be here with you this morning for this first bus tour. Now, I would like to tell you about a time when somebody laid the blanket of hope underneath my feet and helped me to gain hope, self-belief, and literally helped me to change my life and reach my dreams. Was a very different time, a very different place, and a very different me. So back in August 1994, I went into my local shop and I picked up a brochure for art school, local school for night classes. More of the same, I thought. Of course, calligraphy, click, done. Speech or creative writing, click, done. Art, click, done. But then I saw it. It was jumping off the page at me. Leaving cert for adults, English and history. My heart started to thump because this was something I had wanted for so long. Now, I had left school at 14 years of age. And that's another story, another speech for another day. But here I was at 40 years of age, looking for that piece of paper that I could hold in my hand and say, I did my leaving cert. And then suddenly, the fear gripped me. Hold on, Marion. My son was doing the leaving cert the same year. What would happen if I failed in front of him? And then somewhere in the deep recess of my mind kept saying, no, you wanted this, come on, this is your chance, you've got it, it's in front of you. So I went to my mother and I said, Mum, I'm going to do my leaving cert. You're what? Well, I'll give you a little bit of advice. Don't tell anyone just in case you fail. Fail, I said, fail. I have no intentions of failing, and that spurred me on if anything ever did. So then the night came, and I headed for that classroom, and one foot hovered over the threshold, and the other one was bringing me back and saying, what are you doing? Are you mad? And then I heard this amazing, rich voice. Come in, you're more than welcome. I had no choice but move forward. He said, take your seat of learning. And I was the only one in the room. Suddenly, we were 5. There was a blank sheet of paper in front of me and my mind was exactly the same as that blank sheet right there and then. But little did I know that this amazing man was going to change my life. Dr. Niall Hickey took every one of us under his wing. He made me feel that self-belief was in there. made me feel that I could do it. And he really made me reach my dreams. We worked so hard with him. We were like maniacs. We were like sponges. We were just literally taking everything in. He introduced us to Shakespeare, to James Joyce, to Yeats, to Nora Barnacle, Jane Austen, poetry, sonnets, to Lloyd George, to Bismarck, to the Cold War, to Michael Collins, and to Maud Gonne. Our world opened up. And suddenly there was only 3 of us left. And he referred to us as his girls. In the school we were referred to as Dr. Niall Hickey's girls. Girlettes, I would say. Anyway, we really worked hard, and about February of that year, he said, you know, girls, he said, this is only the start of your journey. You are going to go into university. You are going to fill out your CAO forms and go into Maynooth as mature students. Our mouths dropped. Please let us get through this without even thinking of going any further. But anyway, he insisted, and we filled out the forms. And the Leaving Cert came. Now, roles were reversed in my house, I might add. And my son would say, Mom, I didn't see you doing much on Hamlet lately. Do you understand all about the Cold War? My own war was going on inside. We did the Leaving Cert, and the 3 of us came out with honours. I was so proud of us. It was just incredible. He met with us afterwards, we celebrated, and the 3 of us got in to Maynooth University. The rest is history. But I always wanted to go back and thank Niall. Now, we kept in touch for a few years, but you know, as the years go on, you lose contact. But something inside me wanted to say, you know what, I'd never be here only for Dr. Niall Hickey, for his belief in me. And one day, last year, I was walking in our local mall in the supermarket, and I saw this big giant of a man leaning over a rollator, going along very, very slowly. And I stopped and looked. I said, that's him. That's Niall. I know it's Niall. Should I go over? Will he remember me? Has he still got his mind? I went over. I said, Niall, this is Marion, one of your girls. And his face beamed. We went, had a cup of coffee. I said, I want to thank you because you changed my life. Now, last week, I was looking at rip.ie, and I saw the death notice of Dr. Niall Hickey. Toastmasters, that's a tribute to the man who changed my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Marion, for that wonderful, inspirational speech. We don't have evaluation slips, so we're going to move swiftly on now to our second speaker. And our second speaker today is Justin Barry. And when I joined Toastmasters in 2004, Justin was actually president of Here in Modern Toastmasters. So there is a link in the room today between Ted, Justin and myself. Yes, but Justin was somebody who inspired me, even at that young Toastmaster walking in for the first time. But he encouraged me to join and to stay on, and that I did, and I'm forever grateful. So the title of Justin's speech is, Why Are We Still Here? Why are we still here? Justin Barry.
afternoon. I'd like to ask the question, why are each of our Toastmaster members still here? I'm just curious, is it through loyalty? Is it habit? Or do we have really, really good reasons to be seated here today and on all the meetings that we attend in the future? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, I believe we are here today as Toastmasters because not only do we learn communication leadership skills, but we build confidence for life. Not only do we practice our speeches, but we raise each other to new heights. That has been the reason why I've been a Toastmaster for about 29 years. Do I look that old? Probably that's why I'm a Toastmaster. It's for those reasons that I've been coming here year in, year out. Probably delivered over 150 speeches, completed 3 educational pathways, and a lot other as well. But it's really about the journey, it's about the encouragement along the way that really is the reason why I'm here. And maybe that's one of the reasons why you are here. So I'd like to share with you some of my stories on that journey. 29 years ago, I moved over to Ireland to be with my future wife. And 2 days later, I was turning up at Rodown Toastmasters at Houston Station. But I didn't know that I was going to a Toastmasters meeting. Nor did I want to go to a Toastmasters meeting. My future brother-in-law, Kieran Masterson, who was a member of CIE in Rodown, I thought it'd be a good idea to bring me along. As I walked through those doors, I had no clue. I'd asked him several times, why am I here? Oh, that's the title of this speech. Why am I here, Kieran? He said, it's a surprise. It was a bloody surprise, I tell you. So as I came into the door, people coming up to me and saying, hi, how are you? Why are you here? I don't know why I'm here. Don't worry, sit yourself down there. I stared at Kieran Masterson and said, I'm going to get you for this. As soon as I sat down there, probably in this seat, I had no clue what was going to happen. Don't you worry, Justin. All will be explained to you. It was Kieran Masterson who brought me along, who was actually Toastmaster for that night. So he did explain what was going to happen. But it was rather confusing, to be honest. And actually what was really funny was, in the second half of the meeting, in that CIE building, the power went out. Plunged in darkness. I thought, they're going to gang up with me, I'm not going to get out alive. But we actually went down to a small room on the ground floor. We had some candles lit, and we finished that meeting. Now, on the car journey back home, not only was I giving Kieran the mouth, what the heck did you bring me along to this meeting? Why am I here? But what I was struck by was the support, camaraderie, the help, the learning that took place in that meeting. And it was only that reason, not for that I needed to improve my communication leadership skills. Yes, I did need to do that. But it was for that reason that I turned up to the next meeting. And because of the support that I got, Ted included, I started to build my own confidence. And before I knew it, they hijacked me, of course. They asked me to become club president, and I became area director. But I had the confidence, because I was in a safe environment to learn and to grow. When I became area director, most of you probably know, we look after a couple of clubs in the area, and I was in charge of central Dublin. And I walked through that door for the first time because Dublin Toastmasters was one of the clubs that I supported. And I arrived 5 minutes before the meeting was due to start. And I couldn't get in that door because they had 45 to 50 guests that night. And the Sergeant of Arms opened the door because I knocked on it. I couldn't open it. Yes, sir, who are you? I said, oh, I'm coming along to tonight's meeting. Sorry, sir, there's no room in here. Come back here next week. Well, I said, no, I'm area director. I'm supposed to be here. And as the meeting was starting, the Toastmaster goes, we're supposed to have an area director here. I haven't seen him yet, but maybe he might arrive. And there's my hand going through the door. I'm here, get me in. Being area director really opened my eyes. It presented new challenges and opportunity. Each club is different. Each committee is different. So I had to learn a completely new set of skills. I really enjoyed it. Didn't do a great job, but I did a reasonable job. And from there, I've been supported and I've tried to help the district as best that I can. Helped out with the club officers training, done a few online workshops. It's been fun, but I've learned and my confidence has gone. So what are each of you doing to take up the opportunities that Toastmasters brings? Are you thinking about the next opportunity that's there? That learning opportunities that you have in a safe environment? I think Toastmasters brings you the opportunity to not only find your own voice, but to achieve your goals and maybe your dreams. So why are you here? Winston Churchill said that success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. It is the courage and the confidence that Toastmasters brings to you every day. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Justin, for sharing your story. You actually bring me back to when I joined in Modern Toastmasters. And unfortunately, it wasn't my future father-in-law that brought me along. I used to get brown envelopes every Wednesday to my desk. And when I opened up the brown envelopes, it was just one piece of paper in it with Toastmasters written on it. Jerry Quinlan. When he was supposed to be sending me paperwork, all he was sending me was this thing about Toastmasters. So I went along, what is it? And of course, the minute I walked in the door, I couldn't get out till I signed. That's another story. That's another story. We're just going to take just a very quick break because I just want to talk to Eleanor before I introduce her. So just give me a moment. Thank you. Can I ask the timer for the times of the speeches, please?
So Megan's speech was 7 minutes 40 seconds, and Justin's speech was 7 minutes 27 seconds.
Thank you very much, madam.
My dad's there she is. Yeah.
Fantastic. All the better for you.
Okay. Welcome back. It's a pleasure to welcome our next guest, and that is singer-songwriter Eleanor McAvoy. So would you please give a very warm Toastmasters welcome to Eleanor McAvoy.
I'm here because I'm a really good mate of that man there. He came to me over 30 years ago when I was an artist. Well, I still am an artist, but when he came and he said, listen, there's this thing called the internet, and you know, I want to do. I've done a website for you. And I said, what do you mean the internet? And he was trying to explain it to me. You talk to people all over the world on your computer. I thought he was a bit weird, but it was really nice. Anyway, it then proved that he was kind of a visionary. And then he came to me a few years later and talked about a thing called a podcast. I want you to start this thing called a podcast. And I thought he's totally lost it now because you know people would kind of, but is it just listen to the radio? And anyway, so this is why it's the mercy of God I can carry a tune. So you've been going over 100 years. I mean, not you personally, or if you are, you're all looking very well. Well, look, I'm just going to sing. I don't know why you'd speak in public when you can just sing instead. That's your own business. I'm going to do a couple of songs for you. The first one is a song that I wrote about a street just down there called South Ann Street. And I was walking down there just before COVID, coming up to Christmas time, and I met my ex from 30 years ago in college. 30 years ago, I know, it shows my age. And in college, you know, 30 years is even older. But anyway, and it was amazing and kind of weird as well. And I got a song out of it, so it's called South Ann Street. So. Well, I almost didn't know him, I nearly passed him by. It took us both a moment to get over our surprise. Then we hugged each other clumsily and laughed a bit too long as the shoppers on South Ann Street hurried on. I said I'd heard that he was married and living overseas. He said he'd seen my posters on a billboard near his street, and he'd heard about what happened, and we both just looked away and headed from South Ann Street to McDade's, where we drank to ancient love for hours on end and raised our glasses to remember absent friends. And we drank to chance encounters too long overdue on South Ann Street on a Tuesday afternoon. And it felt just like it used to, like we'd never been apart, like back when we were students on a bench in College Park. I felt something deep inside of me I really can't explain, in a pub beside South Ann Street in the rain, where we drank to ancient love for hours on end and raised our glasses to remember absent friends. And we drank to chance encounters too long overdue on South Ann Street on a Tuesday afternoon. We embraced before we parted, to walk into the night with a complicated sadness at this complicated life. Oh, where ships passing in the night occasionally meet at the corner of South Ann and Grafton Street, where we drank to ancient love for hours on end and raised our glasses to remember absent friends. And we drank to chance encounters too long overdue on South Ann Street on a Tuesday afternoon. Yes, we drank to ancient love for hours on end and raised our glasses to remember absent friends. Oh, and sometimes if I'm lonely and I'm walking on my own, I'll detour down South Ann Street going home. Irish tour coming up. You're just welcome to come on any of those dates. Very interesting. Come on the bus. Come on the bus. If you miss me at the back of the bus, you won't find me nowhere. Oh, I don't even go to the bus song. It was really funny because we have a phrase in the business called knowing your audience. No doubt you have that too. You all laughed when it came to the line about me going to McDade's. That was insightful. So now I kind of know where I am a little bit more with you. It's funny because I did that song on the last German tour, and are there any Germans here?
Nope.
Okay. No, I love touring Germany. I love the German people. Love them, love them, love them. But several people came to me afterwards that I am liking this song, South Ann Street. It is very good, even though it is not making sense. How is it not making sense? And they said, well, it is a Tuesday afternoon and they are in the pub. Why is it not work? You guys got it though, didn't you? Yeah. Late for all sorts. This is kind of an unusual gig for me, I have to say. Ryan Green gets me interesting gigs. Actually, Wheatfield Prison wasn't you, that wasn't you. You're nicer. The food here is better too. Listen, it's been an absolute pleasure to come in and say hi to you. I'm going to finish off with a song I wrote many, many, many years ago. And good luck with your course, or not course, but your Toastmasters. And if you want to join in and sing along, you can. You don't have to, but if you want to. My heart is low, my heart is so low, as only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman's, as only a woman's, as only a woman's heart can be. Tears adrift from my bewildered eyes taste of bittersweet romance. You're still in my hopes, you're still on my mind, yeah. And even though I manage on my own, my heart is low, my heart is so low, as only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman's, as only a woman's, as only a woman's heart can know. restless eyes reveal my troubled soul. Memories flood my weary heart. I mourn for my dreams, I mourn for my wasted love. While I know that I'll survive alone, my heart is low, my heart is so low, as only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman's, as only a woman's, as only a woman's heart can know. Let me hear you on your own. Lovely voices. My heart is low. My heart is so low. As only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman's, as only a woman's, as only a woman's heart can know. It's great. Keep it going. I'm going to do a harmony, okay? My heart is low. My heart is so low. As only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman's, only a woman's, only a woman's heart can know. Amazing. One last time. My heart is low. Yes, my heart is so low. As only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman's, as only a woman's, as only a woman's heart can know.
Okay. You don't want to hear me sing, otherwise we all go home. There'll be no tea break. I mean, next on the agenda is our networking break, and the tea and coffee has now arrived. So if you can just want to go out there and have a cup of tea and coffee and have a chat, and maybe some of you chat with Eleanor after her wonderful performance there. So we shall resume at, when is it now? 2 o'clock. No, it's now 10 to 1. So if we can be back here for 10 past 1, it'd be great. Thank you very much.
And when you're talking, don't have it up here, have it kind of like this.
Okay.
And hi, how are you?
Welcome back, everyone. Before that beautiful music and the break, we had two speakers. Our first speaker was Marion Brennan, and I'd now like to call upon Marion's evaluator, who is Linda Crofton. Linda is a member of IE Temple Bar Toastmasters, which was formerly in. So to evaluate Marion's speech, could you please give a very warm welcome to Linda Crofton.
Distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests, especially Marion. Marion, I wanted to say this was a wonderful speech, full of humorous moments. And just the way that you opened up the speech with a wide arm. That always starts a speech really well. It makes us feel really welcome at the start of a speech. Marion asked me to think about, I asked Marion, what would you like me to look at in your speech? And she said pacing and also timing. So, Marion, when you started, it was so wonderful to be welcomed with a quote. And the three words that stuck out to me were hope, self-belief, and change my life. Because we all want to do that. So that touched something in me. Now, what I loved is when you had your gestures. Punching your hand in the air when you were talking about you wanted to do your leaving certificate. The humor when you did the leaving certificate at the same time as your son. And the role reversal. And each time you built up the drama of the story. Again, the open arms came in with the teacher welcoming everybody. Come on in, come on in. So again, we felt your hesitation going into the room as you made those gestures. What I would like to do is give you a few suggestions and also keep going with the positive points. What I'd like you to do, because you're such a drama person, right? But you're in a little small form. So we have to make the drama even bigger. So when you said, what if I failed? In my heart, I was thinking, oh my God, I'd be thinking the same thing. What if I failed? And I think it's a very strong line to repeat again. Because you can ask the audience a question. Have you ever felt, all right. Can you hear me at the back? Good, okay. Oh, you're not at the back. Sorry, okay. So, let's see. Yes, this thing about what if I failed. Ask the audience, has there been a moment when you've done something that took bravery and you didn't think you could do it? Has there been that moment? Bring them in even closer to the story. That hesitation to join the class, especially when your teacher then had that grand gesture saying, everybody come in and be welcome. When you're speaking to the audience, it would be great if you could make yourself bigger in form to look at the people at the back of the audience and speak directly to them, because a lot of the speeches were geared towards the first few people in the room. So we had the humor with your son, we had the story, we had the humor in your son, with your son. So use the stage to break that up, and that will help your pace. Talking about your son, the humor, talking about your teacher, and there was a moment that I remember when you were speaking about how you went into the classroom, and after a while there was just 3 of you left.
I was thinking, God, I was in a class where that happened. So again, I'm distracted in my own thoughts. So at that point then ask, have you gone to a class where half the class dropped out? Because it's a situation we've all been in, especially as you get older and you take on adventurous things. And when you spoke about meeting your teacher again, it was a dramatic moment. It's that moment, there was a hesitation. Should I go up and say hello to him? That was a beautiful moment. You're not sure if you should go up and thank somebody. And for your gestures, I would exaggerate everything. Exaggerate the hunched shoulders even more. Bring out the drama in yourself. That hesitation you had to go over to him, really feel it. Because we all felt it. It was something that really touched us. And when you said that you saw that he had passed away, it's a terrible thing, isn't it? Somebody wonderful that inspired you. And you can ask the audience another question. Has somebody inspired you as much as he inspired me? Because we've all been inspired by somebody. But I felt you ended on such a poignant and a very beautiful note. And I felt that we all saw it. And what I loved was that you were really telling us the story. So when you succeeded and we all started applauding, we were with you because we were so happy for you. So thank you for sharing your speech with us today.
Thank you very much, Linda. Our second speaker this evening was Justin Barry. And to evaluate Justin's speech, can I please give a warm welcome to Ray Foley.
Distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and especially Justin. What a speech. What a start. Why are we still here? That was he asked me to keep an eye on his connection with the audience, which I think, in fairness to Justin, is something that he's well able and well capable of doing. I hadn't met Justin before, and I came in and I was introduced to him just prior to the meeting starting. And I shook his hand and he asked me how long I was a Toastmaster, and I said, 8 years. And he says, oh wow, that's brilliant. I'll be doing an icebreaker style speech. And I thought, okay, that's not so bad. This is a kind of a new guy. So when one thing that hit me more so maybe than anyone else is when Justin said 29 years and then he gasped. I gasped as well. But I thought it was the gasp was a brilliant way of bringing in the audience and making that connection with the audience. He used the power of three, as we all as Toastmasters know, when he mentioned curiosity, habit, and good reasons for the reasons why we come to Toastmasters. And he mentioned his first meeting, and we all, anyone that has been here, and some of the visitors, this is your first meeting, so just I suppose we all remember our first meeting of Toastmasters, and it's a great way to pull the audience in and to bring them along with your story. And then the use of humor throughout, right? I really enjoyed just those small bits. Even when you said when the power went out, and you pulled and you said darkness. I'm not going to get out of here. It just gets people involved in your speech. And so where do we go from here? You mentioned, as we all know as well, and you mentioned the sport and the safe environment, and that's something, especially for Toastmasters, where I found, and a lot of us will have found, that the Toastmaster safe environment and the fact that we get this type of evaluation, this type of feedback to help us to improve in the future. I think that was a big deal. When it comes to recommendations, I suppose one thing, you started out strongly with why are we still here? And maybe if you finished, and you brought it through your speeches, you mentioned it twice through your speech, and maybe if you finished with, why are we still here, or nearly a call to action as to stay with us, that'd be my only, because as you're a 29-year veteran of Toastmasters, I was struggling to find anything, that's to be completely honest with you. But I really enjoyed your speech, and I would like to congratulate you on a brilliant one, so thank you very much and well done.
Thank you very much, Ray. Can I just ask the timer, please, for the times of the two evaluations?
So Linda was 5 minutes 25 seconds. Ray was 3 minutes 40 seconds.
Thank you very much, Madam Timer. I know I should have given the microphone to. Now is the part of the meeting that we are all asking ourselves, why are we still here? Because it's the part of the meeting that always fills me with trepidation, and that is called table topics. So I'd like to call upon our table topics masters, because we have two table topics masters today, Tony Wilkins and Eileen Hopkins. So can you please welcome them?
Distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. We never know when we're going to get asked that awkward, challenging question. It can be in work, it can be anywhere in life. The table topic session, as every role in Toastmasters, it helps us to develop that skill of impromptu speaking. Today, myself and Tony have a selection of topics. We're going to ask a specific person for the topic, and we're asking you to try to keep it as close to 1.5 to 2 minutes as possible. I'm going to hand over to Tony to start.
Thank you, Eileen. We have a student and master relationship, and I've never received so many clips around the year over the last year from Eileen. Okay, our first topic this evening. Danny, if you wouldn't mind addressing it. I've got the best seat in the house today. Different experiences impact us. How has Toastmasters impacted your life?
Can you hear me okay, Arnold? Madam Table Topics and Master Table Topics, fellow Toastmasters and most distinguished guests, how has Toastmasters impacted my life? Well, all the wonderful people in here I meet. James is giggling at that one, I don't know why. All the wonderful people you meet have impacted me a great deal. People like the speech from Marion. I think I've always said for the last 30 years, I'm going to learn German. And I haven't. I can manage Ja and Nein, and that's it. So I might, if my local education authority still put these things on, I might do that. I don't know. So you meet inspirational people. You meet funny people. You meet people who change the way your name is mentioned. You know, certain people think it's funny to call me Robin. My surname's Banks. Eventually it moves across the room and everybody gets it. Well done. So yes, that is just lots of different people, very funny people, very serious people, people who I never would have met normally, and I certainly wouldn't have visited Dublin this many times if I hadn't. And it's my favourite city. I have to say that, don't I, Brenda, while I'm up here? It's my favourite city, Dublin. I've been here many times, and it's an amazing place, and people feel so welcoming, so I wouldn't have got that without Toastmasters. So there's an awful lot in life. You know, I'm retired, so I don't need to do Toastmasters to get a better job, to get promotion, because, you know, my boss is there and she tells me every day what to do, and Toastmasters doesn't help me with that. But I just go, and my home club's Leicester. For those of you who know England, it's a city in the middle. About 10 years ago, they dug up a king that had died 500 years ago in a car park, and they reburied him. That's the sort of fun we have in Leicester. And, sorry, the red light's on, so I'll quickly round up. But I go to my club because I like it. I enjoy it. And I do speeches and I get stuff out of it. But it's just nice to see people who come along who are nervous as hell. And at the end, you know, after a few months or a few years, they're doing what they want in life. And that keeps me going, seeing people like that. And I just enjoy it. So you can get whatever you want out of Toastmasters. There's loads of different things. And when you start, you never know where it will take you. Madam Table Topics. I didn't mention you.
Thank you. I appreciate that you didn't mention me. Thank you. Now, for our second topic, I'd like to call on Seamus Hines. Seamus, what is your favourite season and why?
Madam Topics Master and fellow Toastmasters, I think it's great to be alive for any season. And when you think of it, every season has something to offer. You think of spring, beginning of growth, the beginning of nature. You move on to summer, and we all look forward to summer when the days are longer, the sun is shining, and the growth is in the fields and in the gardens. The flowers are in full bloom. Hard to beat it. But talking about summer, isn't it hard to beat autumn? When the leaves change colours, when they're brown and yellow, and isn't it beautiful to drive along the countryside and see all that wonderful colour? Perhaps maybe winter might be the least favourite for me, and possibly some of you as well. But then again, it has times to offer, good times to offer. The snow. Remember when you were a kid and we used to have all that snow outside? And you're hoping the odd day the school will be closed and you don't have to go. But I let you into a little secret. I have found the cure for winter, for the winter blues. And I'll tell you what it is. It's very simple. Beginning of next month, for the month of November, I'm heading off to Australia, where it's summertime. But to answer the question directly, what's my favourite season and why? I would say spring. The beginning of life. The bulbs are beginning to come up. The flowers are coming up. The lambs are in the field. Isn't it hard to beat that? And sometimes it reminds me of Toastmasters, where once you come in that door, and it doesn't matter what season it is, what month it is, what day it is, that is your growth. That is the start of your growth. And for any guests here today, and for all you Toastmasters, send it out to the big wide world. Come and join Toastmasters. That's the spring of your life. Mr. Madam.
Thank you, David Attenborough. Donald Keating. If you could go back in time and speak to your 10-year-old self, what advice would you give?
Mr. Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters and friends, if I was to go back to my 10-year-old self, what advice would I give? I think I'd give this advice. I think I would take more risk. I think I was from a family of 10 siblings, 9 boys and 1 girl. And we actually had a fantastic upbringing, and we all still get on very, very well, and there are many, many happy memories. But I think we were born in a time where it was kind of established that what you did was you went to school, you got an education, you got a good job that had a pension, and you did that job for 40 years. And there is a lot to be said for all of that. I'm retired now, and I can absolutely verify that it's nice to have a pension that you can rely on a weekly or monthly basis. But when you look at the children of today and the young adults of today, it is almost taken for granted that they will travel the world. And they will travel the world before they have responsibility. And they will see so many different things. So I think if I was talking to my 10-year-old self, I would say, Donal, don't listen to everything you hear, however well-intended that advice is. Spread your wings, fly a little bit further, explore, and then get a good job and a pension and retire.
Gillian Geraghty, are you a morning person or a night owl?
Our lovely topics masters, is it okay if I stand here? I hate having my back to you, but am I a lark or an owl? That is the easiest question I have ever been asked in a topics session. I am most definitely an owl. I love my labba, my bed. I do not like getting up early in the morning. The only exceptions would be if I'm going to Dublin Airport and I'm travelling somewhere wonderful, then I can get up in the morning. The other exception would be, and I was actually asked a similar topic not too long ago, do I prefer a sunset or a sunrise? And what I would say is I love the sunrise in midwinter on front of Newgrange. And I did go there a couple of years ago. It's amazing. Any of you can go on the winter solstice and just stand outside Newgrange. If you're not lucky enough to to win the lottery and get inside. I also experienced the sunrise at Lochrew at the equinox a number of years ago. And they're really special moments. But apart from those special moments, topics masters, I do prefer my bed in the morning time. I am not an early riser. So therefore, I am an owl. Isn't that right? I'm an owl and not a lark. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gillian. Lee Maguire. Now, this is a handy one, Lee. Describe your dream holiday, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Table Topics Master. Well, I'm actually heading on my holidays next Saturday. I'm turning the big age of 38 next Sunday, so I thought I deserved a holiday. Or more, everyone else deserved a holiday from me, so that's why I'm going on holidays. I'm flying into Milan, then I'm heading down to Florence and Bologna, and I'm finishing up my trip in San Marino. As people were asking the question, why earlier, I simply travel to take as many countries off that list as possible. I was recently asked at Toastmasters, how many countries in the world is there? Does anyone know how many countries in the world there is? Well, according to one figure I read on that very reliable source called Wikipedia, it's 195. So by the time I see you again, I will have been to 45 countries. So I'm trying to get to one country for each year I've been alive. But in fairness, one country for each year I've been alive would make me more mature than I definitely am. So yeah, as the saying goes, 45 countries and counting. And my dream holiday involves food, sun, cheap beer, spreading the word of Toastmasters. You thought I was going to say God there, didn't you? And yeah, and obviously I'm a Toastmaster, so it involves a bus or two as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lee. I'd like to call on Louise Duffy. Louise, what's the best advice you've ever received?
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. What's the best advice I've ever received? I think it was probably from a colleague that left my team recently. She was a great member of staff and we'd been through thick and thin together. And she wrote me a beautiful card when she was leaving to thank me for my management style. And at the end, she had a little bit of advice for me. And she said, "You do so much looking after other people. Please take a minute and make sure you look after yourself the odd time." And I just thought that was such lovely advice to get from a colleague. And it reminded me that I'm always drilling home self-care with them and work-life balance. But sometimes perhaps I need to listen to my own advice. Madam Topics Master.
Thank you, Louise. James Finnegan. No rest for the wicked at all. What is your favourite way to relax?
Thank you very much, Mr. Topics Master. It's not this. My favourite way to relax is corny, but you'll bear with me. I have 4 grandchildren. Amy is 14, going on 40. Ava is 6, and she's like a breath of fresh air. Everything is in the moment. And I have 2 3.5-year-old grandsons who have discovered that Granddad can't run over after all of them all the time. So one goes that way, and one goes that way. So I have to decide which one of them is less likely to die. My favourite way to relax is to hand my grandchildren back. Thank you very much, Mr. Topics Master.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, I'm going to open our next topic to anyone in the audience who would like to answer a topic. And if you would, maybe raise your hand. Come on ahead. Yeah. If your life were a movie, what would the title be? If your life were a movie, what would the title be?
I shouldn't have put my hand up, should I? Madam Topics Master, ladies and gentlemen, that's a very good question. It's very rare I get stuck on topics, so you've made history. What would the movie be about me? Is that what it was, if I was to make a movie? Well, I probably was given this title from an ex-priest that I knew in Clondalkin, Father Martin Ryan, who passed away a number of years ago. He knew my background and he knew what my schooling was about. And when I was in school, we were deemed to be slow learners, and I find certain things hard to pick up. I mentioned to the chap at the back of the room, I would be very likely to put a laptop through that wall in 2 seconds because I can't cope with it, scared of it, don't like technology, and this is why I'm worried about the way things have changed. So the movie would be Slow Learner Me Eye. And the reason why, I won't keep you, the reason why the movie Slow Learner Your Eye is, I've been told if I'm willing to take me time, be a bit patient, I can pick up most things, and we got proof of that earlier on. And I actually asked the first speaker, but can we do it? And her response was yes. So she's motivated me to be more patient, bit more calm, and the movie, once again, Slow Learner Me Eye.
You did very well for a man who was concerned about coming up here in the first place. I think we're on our final question now, Seamus, is that correct? Seamus, there's a lady just sitting behind you. I don't know your name, but you did put your hand up a moment ago, so you may answer this question, please. Would you rather live by the sea or in the mountains?
I have a loud voice. I don't think I need this. Mr. Topics Master, I love both the mountains and the sea, but the sea takes precedent. Now, ideally, I'd like to live somewhere like Kerry, where the mountains come down to the sea. But there's something in my soul that comes alive in the sea. I was down in Clare last weekend and I went swimming 3 times. Luckily, the storm hadn't come. But when I get into the water, I don't know if it's that I feel like I'm back in the womb or something, but there's a sense of peace and being held by the water that I really love. And the thing is, I didn't grow up by the sea, and I didn't learn to swim till I was an adult. And in fact, I went swimming when I was in college. Well, I'd finished college and I'd made friends with a girl from Dublin, and I was a country bumpkin. And we went hitchhiking, as one did in those days, in Cork and Kerry. And I remember being on Valentia Island and we went swimming. But I was too embarrassed to tell her that I couldn't swim because I thought she'd laugh at me, you know, country bumpkin. And she went out swimming and I went behind her doing the doggy paddle. And the next thing I realised, I was out of my depth. And I started to shout at her, but nothing came out. And I just did something like this, and I got back, you know, on the sand. I didn't tell her. I've never told her. Now, that could have been the end of swimming for me. But I said that day, I am going to learn to swim. And it took me 2 goes, 10 lessons and another 10. But since then, I've been swimming. And I swim in Lochlean in County Westmeath, and I swim in Clogherhead. But my real love is the Atlantic. I love it, and I really come alive. Thank you.
Thank you. So, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests, that concludes our table topics session. And I want to thank you all for participating in it, and to thank my fellow topics master, Tony Wilkins. And I'm going to hand control of the meeting back to our Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Madam and Mr. Topics Master. I do believe now that we've come to the part of the meeting where we have a reflection by past International President Ted Corcoran.
Just before I play this one, the audio is a little bit lower, so have a listen out for this.
Hello. Little did I know that when I attended the first meeting of the Female Toastmasters Dublin in October 1985, that I would be addressing you today, exactly 5 years later.
Thank you very much, Ted. I did follow your advice. Now I'd like to hand over control of the meeting to our District Director, Mairead Dillon, for the awards and recognition.
So guys, I'm actually going to call upon our Club Growth Director, Kevin, to do some presentations. And I think you're the able-bodied assistant as well, James, aren't you?
I'm the young assistant.
The young assistant. You're Debbie McGee. Thank you. I'll just... Oh, sure. I might as well stay up here. Oh.
Good afternoon, everybody. I want to tell you a very short story about recognition before I get into actually rewarding and awarding people within the room. Recently, I had a conversation with a president of a club, and I said to this president, what recognition do you give your team? What recognition do you bring to your club? What recognition do you give to your members? And she said to me, Kevin, there's only me. I'm the only person. And I thought, oh, you're the only person in the club? She says, yes, there's only one person in my club at this moment in time. And I said, okay, what recognition did you give your team? What recognition did you give your members and your club? And she said, nothing. Nothing. I didn't recognize anybody. We done it once a year. And I thought, oh, okay, once a year? How many people would have, in this room, would have hung around for recognition once a year? Show of hands? Exactly. For those online, that was nobody. Nobody put their hands up. Recognition is so important. I can't stress this enough. And it wasn't until I met this guy from Dublin who really emphasized it to me. You might know him. He was on the screen a couple of seconds ago. Okay? He is now my mentor. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not quite sure yet. But every time I see this man, it was actually the very first time I met this man, I thought, okay, I could take him. He'd be all right. I'd be easy to work with. And it was about 3 years ago, and he said to me, Kevin, what is happening with this club up in this place? And I thought, oh my goodness, how did he know my name? How did he know the club was in Diffs? And how did he know to come and find me? So from that day, I never took this guy for granted. Never took this guy. You all know him as Ted. Ted. And Ted has this wonderful idea called recognition rocks. And for those that have heard Ted speak before, you'll know that this is what he talks about. Recognition rocks. And I agree. And when I became Club Growth Director, I wanted to make sure every single person got recognized. Because it's okay when someone says, you're doing a great job. And I think it was the lady at the back that received a lovely card to say how good you were as a manager. That probably meant the world to you. Because I know it would have for me. And it would have spurred me on and inspired me to go more. So we really want to recognize everybody in the district. Everybody. And we have created the Recognition Rocks Awards, where we are going to recognize the smallest of things because it is so important. We're going to recognize them all the time, every month in our newsletter, but we're also going to recognize them at the conference as well, at the District 71 conference. Now, on a special note, I'm still talking about Ted. We are going to have this wonderful award. And in recognition of Ted's 40 years, I know it does not go enough, but stop laughing over there. 40 years, we're going to have the Ted Cochran Award for Outstanding Service to District 71. This is going to be an annual award. I believe the recognition has to start at home and start with the main man himself. But what we're going to do today, was easy for me to say, is that we're going to recognize the people in this room for contributing to this bus tour. This was not an easy thing to pull together. Now, I don't have any special little prize for anybody, for this person. But I want you to give a massive round of applause, because without this visionary, we would not be sitting in this room today. Without her texts at weird hours of the night and conversations, we would not be in this room today. So can I just call up Mairead for a second, please?
See what? This is not planned whatsoever.
This is not planned whatsoever. That's why I don't have anything to give.
So I
But
don't-
I did think and believe that you need to be recognised for this. I think that pulling this together has been a mammoth task, but the benefits this is going to bring to our district, to the people within, and for the future Toastmasters is going to be unbelievable. This is going to last a lifetime for some people, because I know this will last a lifetime for me. And I want to thank you personally, Mairead, for allowing me to be involved.
To be up here, Sean. Thank you very much.
It's my
That's
pleasure.
very kind
My
of you.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Round of applause, please. Now, if I could call on my Debbie McGee. Yeah? To hand me the certificates, we will recognise everybody. Just one at a time, please. Thank you. So the first certificate, and these certificates are in recognition of the invaluable contribution to our District 71 mission to serve our communities, and for this event, and the next 12 events that are running for the rest of next week. So this first one is for Ray Foley from Drogheda. Thank you, Ray. The next one is Linda Crofton. Linda Crofton. Thank you, Linda. The next one is Justin Barry. Justin Barry. Thank you. Okay. The next one is Marion Brennan.
I wasn't expecting this.
Thank you, Marion. The next one is Anya O'Neill. Thank you. There you go. The next one is Yoshu Darika. Thank you very much. The next one is Tony Wilkins.
Thank you very much.
Next one is, for those who didn't hear that, Ted said, "What did you do to deserve that?" The next one is Aileen Hopkins. Thank you, Aileen.
I know what he did. He put up with Eileen for a
IPDD Danny Banks. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Those two Mairead are going to do, I think.
Perfect.
Isn't that right?
Oh, yeah.
So, folks, for those who are members of a committee and members of a club, please recognise every small detail. One of the toughest, difficult things is to find the good for some people. Some people it's quite easy to find the bad. I'm what my wife calls an eternal optimist. I like to say I'm a realist, because there is always good in somebody if you look hard enough to find it. But it's the same as your members, it's the same as your clubs. Recognize everything, call it out publicly, and do it often. Now, I'm going to hand over to Mairead because she has 2 additional recognitions that we would like Mairead to go 3 additional, 4 additional recognitions that we would like, and I will be the Debbie McGee.
Thank you so much. I think saying, guys, because of my role at the moment, Kevin experienced it this year. I get to go to convention in America or wherever it's on and get additional training. So the very first year I went, I'm going to make you sick, it was the Bahamas. It was absolutely amazing. But anyway, I'm just sitting there minding my own business. And next minute, it was like this tornado, this flurry of activity. And I said, what the hell is going on? Oh my God. Anyway, next minute, I see in the distance, Ted has come in. You would not believe the reaction Ted Corkin gets from the international cohort. They absolutely adore him. And people come up to me and they say, are you from Ireland? Do you know Ted? And I said, not only do I know Ted, but I'm from Kerry as well. So, yay! But no, my heart always bursts with pride when I say I know Ted. And Ted, he so deserves every accolade he gets. So selfless, so thoughtful, such a great mentor. And when I was at the training in Philadelphia, I said, Ted, what will I do? It's a lot of money. What will I do? And Ted said, right, self-belief, go for it, girl. And definitely Ted gave me the green light, so I knew I was doing the right thing. So Ted, on behalf of the district, it's very small, but so. Ted.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're a pip.
Is
You're
it,
a pip.
Is it real silver?
Ah, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Only the best for you.
Oh, the best. Oh, real silver. Okay. Thank you so much.
Ted, you're so welcome. I'll just. Can I give you that one? Oh, do you want to say something, Ted?
Yes, I would like to wish all the organisers of this bus tour the very best. It's a fantastic idea. Thank you. I'll say that again. I wish all the organisers of this bus tour great success. It's a novel idea, never been tried anywhere in the world. This is the first time. It takes a whole lot of organisation and dedication and time, because some of you will be out on the bus for a whole week. And I hope none of you are boring, right? I didn't go because I did not want to bore you more. But look, it's a fantastic idea. District 71 is a fantastic district. When, way back 40 years ago, in 2 days' time, 7th of October, 3 days' time, I became a member. And I've seen the world because I did that. I've been in 43 American states, all the Canadian provinces, most of Europe, Australia, Indonesia, Taiwan, Malaysia, all because I said yes that very first night. I never regretted it. It brought me to places that I could only imagine. I met people that I have known and respected and loved for years since. It definitely was a life changer for me, and for those of you who are thinking of joining, it will be a life changer for you. The very best of luck and success. Back to you, Madam President.
So guys, I'm conscious we have to get on the road to Belfast. So there's 3 more to go now. So the first one is, oh, yeah, one. So these events are being managed locally, and I want to say a huge thank you to the event organisers. The first person I'd like to call upon is Peter Kieran, please. So, Peter.
Thank you, Mairead.
Thank you, Peter. Amazing job. Thank you. Thank you so much. And the next person I'd like to call upon is Seamus. Seamus has been so patient with me. I've been on to him 10 times a day, 2 a.m. in the morning.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And there's one tiny more award. Oh, sorry, there's overact you have to. When you become a member of the district leadership team, you actually get a particular badge. And the person I'd like to award the badge to today is Brian Green. Brian. So welcome, Brian. Yeah.
Thank you.
And this is definitely the last one, I promise. So there's another person here today who's been very, very helpful on the admin side, and the beautiful agendas were printed up by this person. So thank you very much, Eileen. Can you come up and take a small little bit? Thanks, Eileen. You're brilliant. Thank you so much.
You talk about all the calls you made to him. Do you want to know all the calls he made to me over this agenda?
I for one tried it. Thanks, Eileen. So we've come to the end of the meeting. I will pass back to Peter. But before we do that, I'd love for us, for posterity, to get a picture of the entire audience out at Boswell's, at the foyer, at the entrance, beside the bus. Because in 100 years' time, people are going to be looking back at this photo and saying, wow, aren't they great? So, thanks, Peter.
Thank you very much, Madam District Director. Well, that's it. Well, thank you very much, Madam District Director. Well, that's it for today, for the launch of the bus tour. I'm conscious that they have to get on the road now to Belfast. But if we could all assemble outside for a group photograph. And before I close the meeting, I have one request. Is somebody able to give Ted Corcoran a lift to the Grand Canal Hotel? He'd be very appreciative of it. But thank you to everybody for their help in coming along today. And you can tell your club members, well, you missed some event, and it has been some event. And thank you to everybody coming along and making this audience, and to the speakers, the evaluators, the table topics. Thank you. And I wish you a safe journey home. And I wish the people on the bus a safe trip around Ireland. And don't forget, next Saturday, we are in Carysford College. Well, the old Carysford College. It's now the Smurfit Business School. Is it 11 o'clock next Saturday?
We'll be rolling in on the bus at 11, but the event will start at 12.
So the event will start at 12. And there's still vacancies on the agenda. If anyone is interested in putting themselves forward, can they let myself or Seamus know? And we'd be only too happy to facilitate you on the agenda. So once again, thank you everybody, and a safe journey home, and a safe trip around Ireland to the district team. Thank you. By the way, somebody had the wrong club. I'm not in Pemba Bar anymore.
Who said the wrong number?
Me, says the wrong club. I'm not in Pemba Bar anymore.
Is that on the agenda?
I'm in IFSC. Pemba Bar was on the same.
That's all I hope I did. I think it's going to Las Vegas.
I think they told me I'm going to be next.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'll need it.
How's the club building going?
Not. It's not. We are there. We've got 9 prospects, but it's trying to get those 9 over that line is one of the challenges for me this year.
Yeah.
You know, but this will help generating some
Interest.
leads and interest.
Might generate membership building.
It will, and I'm hoping that it will generate enough membership building that the clubs meet.
Well, let's live stream. I'm live now. Haven't heard of what you said, Kevin. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Ooh. There you go. A little bit of tour, and I'm allowed to walk in the bus quickly. Yeah? Here we go, guys. This is the brand new bus, the Toastmaster bus inside. Oh, and we got some lights as well. Here we go. Where shall I sit? It's brand new. It smells so new.
2 weeks old.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Wow.
No registration.
Oh, yeah. I'm from the UK. I don't recognize that.
So this is 2022.
Yeah.
So the 252 means it's the second half of the year. So the Wexford is the registration where the bus is made from.
Ah.
So 252.
Wow. Well, I'm happy that I'm on that new bus. Hi, Ted. You're live. You're live.
I am?
Yes.
Just about.
On YouTube. Everybody's watching you. It's great seeing you again.
From here up, I'm working very well.
Okay, so I will just keep it that way then.
Yeah.
It was good to see you.
Good to see you too. Take care, Mark. Take care. Yeah, I just get my coat there. I decided for satirical elegance to put the jumper on.
See you.
There you go.
You want to say hello to everybody on YouTube, please?
Hello to District 71 coming in from Dublin.
Well, everybody, it was great you watching the live stream, first live stream. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the bus, or we're going to jump on the bus later on, and I'm going to live stream that as well. But for now, I'm just going to end this stream and just keep following us on the WhatsApp channel, because what we will do is we will, again, when we stream on the bus, we will let you know on the WhatsApp group when that is. So thank you very much for watching. See you on the other side. Bye.
The best part about being at this convention is reuniting with all my friends from all over the world.
And exchanging ideas with all of them.
It feels like a global family reunion.
And I love meeting the people that I only knew online, face to face.
It's the people.
I get to meet so many people.
And more importantly, meet your inspirations and become an inspiration.
I love being a part of such a wonderful organization that takes the time to stretch across the world. The best part of being at a convention is all the energy.
And it's all about the energy. I love the warmth the fellow Toastmasters bring. The best part is that you get to meet the global leaders all under one roof.
Not only that, but the education, because I want to grow, and I hope you want to grow as well.
And now I'm energized to create a greater impact.
The best part of these conventions happens to be the flag ceremony.
I'm so excited today. I get to carry the flag.
I've had the rare opportunity to be a flag bearer.
Never in my wildest dreams did I ever imagine participating in the flag ceremony. It was an amazing experience.
The best part about being at the international convention is helping to make it work, helping to bring it together, helping to make it a success.
All the people who put the whole event together, I want to thank all of them.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters, for all that you do.
Convention is indeed an amazing, exciting time.
It is a communication supernova.
I think I truly witnessed the best event in the world. We are talking all as one language, Toastmaster.
That's one of the best parts of being at this Toastmasters convention. Yay! The best part about being at this convention is reuniting with all my friends from all over the world.
And exchanging ideas with all of them.
It feels like a global family reunion.
And I love meeting the people that I only knew online, face to face.
It's the people.
I get to meet so many people.
And more importantly, meet your inspirations and become an inspiration.
I love being a part of such a wonderful organization that takes the time to stretch across the world. The best part of being at a convention is all the energy.
And it's all about the energy. I love the warmth the fellow Toastmasters bring. The best part is that you get to meet the global leaders all under one roof.
Not only that, but the education, because I want to grow, and I hope